Jezebel. But let me do this. I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning. The reason I'm hoarse is I have been praying for you, and my heart is very burdened for you. And I want to be very careful with this, and it's not what I want to say, but the Jezebel spirit has already been here. The Jezebel spirit opened our event. This is a rebuke and a correction of no one. This is an observation. Before the Word of God was open, there was a platform. It was a high place. On it was a pole, an ashtray. The same thing that's used in a strip club for women who have the Jezebel spirit to seduce men. In front of that was a man who ripped his shirt off like a woman does in front of a pole at a strip club. That man then ascended. See, our God is not arrogant. He doesn't ascend. Our God is humble. He descends. And then he swallowed a sword, and Jesus cried, okay, Pastor John, I'll receive that. Thank you.
Wow, look at that. That's how they ended. And I want to show you another video. That's not the very first time they came up with this garbage trend to show men are stronger. So here we go.
Eminence, this is man versus fish. Fix your eyes on Mellow Mountain and the Wheel of Death.
I'm trying to make a sense of it. How does this hypocrisy, glorify God? And these videos that you see in Stronger Men's Conference, James River Church out of Springfield, Missouri, how these conferences being done, I think this man doesn't even know. He brings them, Pastor John Lindell brings Alice Magala, the Las Vegas stripper, to I want to show this. There you go. This is who he brought. So he brought this man, and shows that. Look at this right here. The video, I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring that on the screen. So there you go. This is the man he brings on, and there you go. You see that British Got Talent. He brought him. What was the whole point of it? I don't get it, but all sorts of these things. And then also you saw one more thing which I didn't like it. The whole room was red. The red lighting, usually these kind of lighting I've seen either Diddy concerts or Beyonce concert or Jay-Z is rapping. So these kind of lights are seen it there. I don't know what is happening with the people that they are willing to go so far. So here we go.
Tracking! Do we have any strapping young lads who are ready to soar into the heavens? Up top, I have just one bright soul. You, sir, have you ever done this before?
I know Mark Driscoll did the right thing by saying this was so crazy, and that now he's on fire. But a lot of the Christian people church leaders I see, they are agreeing with him, and they are condemning this whole act that they did there. And now the major news outlets picked up the news, like USA Today say pastor ordered to leave stage after critical comments. John Linden, lead pastor of James River Church, ordered Driscoll to leave the stage after he criticized Mangala performance and told the audience to stand up against members of the LGBT plus community. The arena erupted in applause and boos, and some members of the audience can be heard in the video, as you can hear. Bring him back! Bring him back! Now this is going all over the place. So Pastor Mark Driscoll also, he on the 14th, the next day, he said it on his Twitter account. He said, going to live stream every day this week to help everyone understand the Ahab, Jezebel, and Elijah's spirit. The same spirits are at work today. Get ready. He posts that, and I want to bring his tweet on. I just read, so you can take a look at as well. So there we go. There he posted it, but this is on the USA Today. So this is like making a head waves, and I think now church is coming at the stage where they are going to use that wording, because right now Tucker Carlson was talking about on the last night I was watching one of his interview, and he talked about with the pastor on Christian Nationalist, and I want to drop his interview as well. And it says the left's next step is into anti-Christian smear campaign. So this is the campaign that's going to be unleashed on Christians, and let's see how far that could go. So I want to bring Tucker Carlson video on so you can take a look at it, what he's talking about. So there we are. Tucker Carlson.
Question is, what exactly are you going to run on? You're not going to run on the state of the economy. You're not going to run on the state of the world, which is increasingly chaotic. You're not going to run on lengthening life expectancy, because actually life expectancy is declining in the United States under his watch. So what are you going to run on? Well, you're going to run against. And the main thing Biden is going to run against is Christianity.
There you
Running
go.
against Christianity. He's already put people in prison for praying, so it's not a stretch. But of course, you're not going to say I'm running against Christianity, the world's largest religion. You're going to say I'm running against something called Christian nationalism.
There you
which
go.
is a way of making traditional Christianity seem like a threat to the country rather than the principle upon which it was founded. So that is their plan.
Can you believe that? He just said it. The Biden now, his campaign, he cannot run anything against, but now is going to be running on against the Christian nationalist. That's what he's going to label Christians. Those people who supported Trump, and Trump posted 200 million, 350 million here in the United States total population, and 200 million. That's a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, supported Donald Trump. And now we're talking about that he is going to run against them, and all the Hillary said it too. You know, the hate monger Christians. She mentioned that, and deplorable. That's what she mentioned, and also. But now look at the Tucker Carlson. He brings that and break it down.
Plan. They can run against something called Christian nationalism, and in this they have the full cooperation of Hollywood and the media outlets, which are whipping up the population to a frenzy over this threat called Christian nationalism. Well, most of us, even those of us who pay some attention, aren't really sure what Christian nationalism is. Is it a product of what it sounds like, which is some branding meeting in the basement of the DNC designed to make Christians seem really scary if they believe in God? Maybe. We decided we would ask the person most closely identified with that phrase, Christian nationalism. He's one of the rare American Christian pastors who is willing to engage on questions of culture and politics. And for that, he has taken a lot of grief, but we are honored to have him. His name is Doug Wilson. He's the pastor at Christ Church in Moscow, Idaho. He's the author of several.
Here we go. So this is very tough, what he just said right there, because now we are coming in a time and era that where it's it's a sin to be a Christian. It's Christianity is not popular, and this is now they are shoving down the throats of all the Christians, and especially liberal elites. They're gonna be piling up with them, all the large companies, Apple, Google, Amazon. All, I wouldn't be surprised if they partner up with them and trying to take down the Christians. And then also the Bible, especially they're going after the Bible, they're going after the Word of God. And I believe truly in my heart this is going to happen. Persecution is coming to the church. And here we go, Tucker Carlson. I'm going to bring his interview with this pastor.
Okay.
Because I prefer that phrase to the.
Are you a Christian nationalist?
So I'm willing to be a Christian nationalist because
Okay.
because I prefer that phrase to the phrase I usually get called. So
What do you get? What do you usually get called?
white supremacist,
White supremacist.
slave advocate, racist, all the theo-fascist, Christo. So the left really does hate Christianity.
Yes.
And with the phrase Christian nationalism, even the part of it that's coming from the left, trying to wrap that around our necks, that's something I think I can explain. I can say, yes, but, and then explain inside of 2 minutes.
But may I ask before you, and thank you for doing that, and I will listen raptly because I really want to know. But just to clarify the terms, is that a phrase that you or people with your beliefs came up with, or was that a phrase that was leveled against you?
Well, both. Canon Press, located in Moscow, Idaho, has a streaming service called Canon Plus. Canon Press published.
So this is what I wanted to take out of this video, and of course, you can watch the full interview on Tucker Carlson Network. But I wanted to this, like with what Pastor Mark recently on fire in the media for all the major outlets, who they, excuse me, what they do best, attacking it. Now, this piece that comes out, and Tucker Carlson had this Reverend on, and he talks about that. He's like, I'd rather take this over being called bigot, hate monger, or or white supremacist, or a racist. So much out there. But I truly believe right now that persecution is coming. It's not yet here. And it's just the word media dialogue, and the whole media is losing it over it. But listen, you need to pay very close attention, Christians. So the church is stop playing with these polls and come out of the woodwork to take their place, because United States of America, it's founded on Judeo-Christian value. And I wouldn't believe it. There was once upon a time that I met with a pastor. I said once upon a time. And that pastor said, no, Christian was not built on Judeo-Christian values. It was built on masonry, Masons. The Christians founders were Masons. But again, like Abraham Lincoln quotes the Bible. You hear Thomas Jefferson's quoting a Bible. And then also the government, the structure of the American government is like, it's really aligned to how Israel run their government, and a little bit, mix up with Rome as well. I get it. But at the same time, you see the reason why it's happened, a lot of the majority Christians gotten into America because of the Puritans. This country really held a very high belief. Even my wife talks about that, the Christianity, her growing up, she never heard like many other religion, Hindu, Muslim, and many other religions. She heard Christianity here in America majority of the time. It didn't come to her until 9/11. She heard that the term, and that's how this proves that. So make sure you share this video, and I hope you're doing good. I'm heading to my next show, and this is important. This was so important to me. I wanted to make sure that I share with you. So God bless you. Have a beautiful day.